What's up, you lovely people out there? Frank Valkyria, welcome to the channel for another video. And if you put on the TV today or you went on Twitter, most likely you know that there is a kind of shitstorm about Balenciaga, the famous Spanish brand. And oh boy, put on your seatbelt because we gotta talk about this. This is weirder than you think. I'm honestly shocked. And I'm not shocked that often. So I just want to show you, I was watching this video of TikToker here, which I think is great, and I tell you why in a second. Let's go.
There is a lot happening with Balenciaga right now, and it literally just keeps getting worse. So if you're unaware, Balenciaga, the big brand, released an ad featuring children holding teddy bears that were dressed in bondage. Now, for good reason, this sparked outrage because it's completely inappropriate. But what this did was it opened up the Pandora's box of how completely grotesque this company is.
All right, I just want to show you this part here. First of all, I think it's great that the gay community it's calling out this type of stuff for so many reasons. I mean, when I watched closer the ads, I thought there's no way this is real. At first, you just think okay, it's just, first of all, I'm never fine with kids being in fashion for adults. Why? Adults for adults. That's it. Very simple. Keep the kids playing and away from all this kind of exploitation. Thank you. You look at this and you go why is this bear dressed up as if it's going in an adult club, doing stuff that adult should do or maybe want to do and have absolutely nothing to do with a kid? Who allowed this? I mean, in no place on this earth this is fine. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Who is responsible for this? I know there are many people involved with the photo shoot, but you look at this and you start to notice stuff you see chains, and then you see a sort of cup that also looks like a collar with spikes, and then you see something that on the side other chains, and on the top something that looks like another collar as sort of a leash, and then you have in the two sides beer cans with on top candles, and the whole symmetry of this thing pointing towards the child feels like an altar. I don't want to get conspiratorial, but it's hard not to see the altar message in this, right? As if it was you were shipping something and then the focus is the kid sacrificial something. I have no idea who thought this was alright. I really have no freaking idea who thought this was alright, and people are literally burning Balenciaga shoes and stuff right now. If you go on Twitter, you will see video of people burning their clothes or throwing it in the garbage. And then it seems it gets even worse than that, because this is shots for adults, and then people are pointing out elements inside this shoot that you're left speechless. So you magnify here and you see on this table several books, and one of which it's a book from Michael Boremans, which turns out to be a painter. And again, in this case, I don't know nearly enough about Michael Boremans as an artist, if he's alive, if he's dead, whatever. So I just see that he does a lot of paintings of kids, and kids which they're surrounded by pieces and limbs of people and so on and so forth. It's very hard. It's very bad. It's not easy stuff. I don't know the message behind the art, but the fact that it's included in this photo shoot, the book, it just raises eyebrows. Again, why? Why this connection? Why this obsession with kids? And again, this you would think could be just a coincidence. In this other shoot for this bag, you see a bunch of documents scattered in this office, and somebody took the time to make a research on a part of a document that it's visible right there. And this seems to be something related to oh man, I cannot even say that, but it's a document in relation to free speech for kid doing adult stuff, which they're not supposed to do. It starts with the P word, and I'm like, okay, this cannot be coincidence anymore. Who thought? I mean, how? How does something like that hands in a photo shoot? You gotta explain it to me. So now the other thing that they're like absolutely frightening, it's that they're actually, look, this is the other shoot. You have all kinds of leashes and all kinds of necklaces. Again, everything adorned in a very like sectarian way, you know, like an altar way. And then the focus is always the kid. This is frightening stuff. This is frightening stuff. And when you see that actually Balenciaga has apologized for this, we apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously and are taking local action against the parties responsible for creating the set, including unapproved items for our Spring 23 campaign photo shoot. We strongly condemn the abuse of children in any form. We stand for children's safety and well-being. So, now they pulled everything off any platform. Their Instagram, it's empty. So they acknowledge that this is wrong. And then you wonder, who is this to blame? They're blaming now the photographer that took the picture, and he responded that now they're throwing him under the bus and he took only pictures about this gig, basically. So this is very disturbing thing. This is very disturbing things, and of course it becomes bigger when you start to wonder, okay, wait a second. Kim Kardashian is basically the face of Balenciaga, or like one of the bigger face of this brand. Kanye West, he worked for this brand, and then when he tweeted anti-Semitic stuff, he was let off immediately. Then you start to think, what's the connection here? Is it more even complicated than we think it is? And is this rabbit hole gonna get deeper and deeper? So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this turns out. It's very hard in this moment not to think also that perhaps Kanye West did what he did to create outrage in order for himself to free himself from this company, because he knew that by saying what he did, perhaps something like this would have happened. I don't know. I know also that the guy, it's also getting into this kind of Christian zeal of becoming a sort of like a pseudo prophet, so to speak. So it's taking upon himself to carry on the word of Jesus or something, which is always frightening to me as well, when people all of a sudden, from notoriety and success, all of a sudden they think that they have some kind of authority in spreading religion, or somehow they get this kind of messiah complex. So I'm also very reluctant to trust this type of people. Anyway, this is getting weird. This is getting very, very freaking weird. And I'm not cool with it. Absolutely. Even if there was none of other things in this picture, I'm not cool with kids advertising for adults. This is something that it's totally out of line to begin with. You know, I don't understand this. I don't understand what they're trying to do. I don't understand why would they approve this, because even to somebody that is not trained, to put something that is suggesting sexualization, that is suggesting the act of sex, look, just a teddy bear like that, you know, it's not working. A kid should not play with this type of thing, with this type of messaging. It's not for kids. More people are burning everything of Balenciaga.
Burning all my Balenciaga, guys.
The thing is that Kim Kardashian hasn't said anything yet about this. Of course, Balenciaga is denying everything about it, like we said, but we will see where it ends. Anyway, guys, always spread love. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you in the United States. I'm here in Amsterdam, so it's not very common holiday, but nonetheless, happy holidays.